Change the way you think. Change your life. I grew up in the Reddick Projects right there, Brooklyn, New York. Right there, 466 Columbia Street, apartment 1A, right there in the projects. And our environment wasn't always the best, you know? So it caused us not to think the best. You know, I remember the time that we used to go to Pathmark and we used to steal shopping carts, you know, from Pathmark just so that we can play cart tag, you know, and we would do some stuff as kids, stealing a bag of potato chips or a roll of bread or whatever the case may be, you know, because we loved to some degree doing dangerous things. Sometimes if we don't get rid of that kind of mindset, it grow with us. And I've seen a lot of 56, 16-year-olds, metaphorically speaking. And I want to talk to our African-American sisters and brothers. The first thing I want you to know that if we think better, we have a better life. And what do I mean by that? Never bring your need to work. Never. What do I mean when I say that? Never go to work just because you have to pay bills. The reason why we do that is because money will never ever find you. You know, it could never find you every time you work according to your need. That would cause you that as soon as you get your paycheck to go through it before you even get it. And then all of a sudden now you're borrowing from this person, borrowing from that person, and now your next check is already gone. You got what I'm saying? I just want to talk to you for a quick second, and hopefully you're listening to me. But what you want to do when you do come to work is you want to bring your skill. You want to upgrade your value. You want to level up on what you could bring to your company, because the more and more you level up on what you could bring, the more and more your need will forever be met. Upgrade your skill, upgrade your value, upgrade your paycheck. Tip number one. Number two, I want to speak for some of the brothers out there today. As we begin to learn how to manifest some of the stuff that we want, you got to learn how to manifest with a clear conscience. There's some of the things that we claim we would not do today, you know, will be the very thing that will keep us from being healthy. And let me tell you what I mean. Now, I'm not preaching to you. I'm not giving you a song and dance about, oh, because of the fact that I'm from the 70s and it's and the other. The 70s were better than, you know, the 80s or the 90s and the 2000 millennials. All I want you to know is that forget number. Let's take a look at value. See, today, young men and young ladies call each other what they call simps. You know, that means a person, I believe, and correct me in the comment if you think that I'm off, but it's about someone who likes someone more than somebody. It's to where you're buying flowers for somebody or you're doing nice things for a young lady and she don't even show interest in you, but you still continue to do more for that individual than they're doing for you. And I want you to understand something. This simp thing is the thing that's going to kill all relationships or all potential healthy relationships. Because I'm going to tell you something. If we had young ladies in this world, listen to me when I say this, young ladies in this world, that if a young gentleman would open the door for her and she says, thank you, we now are on the path of having a healthy friendship and or relationship. Young men, if you were to come and pick up a young lady, I didn't say little girl, I didn't say no hood rat chick, I didn't say somebody who's loud and crazy and obnoxious. I'm talking about a lady who know how to be a lady, who know how to dress like a lady, speak when spoken to. You feel what I'm saying? You know, introduce her anytime that you have a conversation with someone. Don't let her feel left out. You see, a lot of this stuff, if you come and you bring flowers for her, she should be appreciative of the fact that you have brought her flowers. You feel what I'm saying? Not, oh, he's simping on me and this, that, and the other. See, a lot of that stuff have a lot to do with ego. I'll blame some of our music that stopped a lot of things from happening. If your thinking is right, you would know I'm appreciative of what he's done, you know, and I'm going to appreciate him back. And I'm sure, I believe that we have people who are out there that's like that don't want drama like that. You feel what I'm saying? Who say, wow, look at what he got. Or look, he'd be like, well, look at what she did for me. And be appreciative of what people do for you. Not, you know, look on the other side and be like, oh, she did this for me. Yo, I'm the man and this, that, and the other. And oh, she tripping and you know, and simping on me and tricking on me and all. See, when you have stuff like that, you know, and you start to think that if that's your perception, you'll never have a healthy relationship. And then you're feeding your own ego until somebody knock your ego down. You feel what I'm saying? And then you think you have to try to get the baddest chick, or the female got to get the dude who got most money and all this other stuff. See, your mind is so messed up. You're not thinking about anything healthy. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Glad to see everybody. And I see there's a few people that's on today. I just want to make a quick announcement that I'm so happy now that we're able to go on to our business page. So without further ado, let's just get this started. Hey, welcome to Manifest Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Our starting goals here are to help 500 people to help get their imagination up off the ground and into reality so they can start their own business and be as successful because of what's on the inside of them. Listen, if we meet for the first time, my name is Donald Francis, and I'm so happy to meet you with much gratitude, love, peace, and joy. You can catch us also on It's Life Podcast. That's located right there on YouTube, and it's also located right there on Facebook. Also, if you want to take a look at our short films and our skits and stuff like that, go right there to It's All You TV, ITZALLYOU TV. If you don't catch us during the week and you're on a Sunday and you're like, wow, I would love to see what have happened during the events of the week and stuff like that, you can go right there to Channel 49 TV every day, every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You see, so at the end of the day, I'm just glad that you're here. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? I see we got about three. We got some people coming on the business line. I see certain people here on our email chat. What's up, everybody? I don't see anybody here on YouTube. Good to see everybody. Good to see you. I see some people are ghosting me. I don't see you. You see me, but it's all good. I see you. I see you. I see you. What's going on? Happy to see everybody today. Listen, just wanted to go a different way today. And if for those of you who are sort of chiming in on Facebook, for those of you who are chiming in on YouTube, can you do me a favor? For those of you on Facebook, like and share your page. Let people know that we're on. Good to see everybody on the business line coming in. See you. Wow, I'm glad that you're there. You see what I'm saying? Good to see everybody at the same time. Listen, we're in a time restraint. We're going to go right into it. And for those of you who will be looking at the repeat, happy that you'll be here, and I'm glad about that. Listen, we're talking about New Year, new options. Now, obviously, I know that some of you who've seen our thumbnail, I know you're like, yo, what in the world is Donald doing? But I think you sort of kind of get the gist if you really think about it in this real time, in this real world. Because at the end of the day, today, I want to talk about, and I forgot to get a particular picture, but I have the picture in the background anyway. You know what I'm saying? You see the guy with the gun in his hand with the blue, and unfortunately, he got his finger up. Behind him is our Red Hook Projects. He's not particularly from there, but at the end of the day, I wanted to make a statement. If you took a look at from where we could be to where we can actually go, new year, new options. As some of you probably seen the video that happened in the beginning, where we're talking about, give your mind a chance. You feel what I'm saying? We talked about certain people, and how my ideal audience is talking to the people that I used to be. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't the hood dude that used to be out there ganging, and busting guns, but I were around people who were like that. And also I had friends who also did certain things, and when certain things were going to take place, they told me politely, please, Donald, leave the block. You know what I'm saying? So again, we were able to survive because we had people who protected us from certain things. So at the end of the day, today, I just wanted to channel my ideal audience, and I know that in this particular year and time, it is not an easy thing to be able to channel millennials, channel Gen Zs, or those of them, who are in the world today. We know we have a lot of music that are influential. We have a lot of artists that are out there that are very influential. We have a lot of style, that are out there is influential. And a lot of things are very, very attractive. When it comes down to our neighborhoods, I want to give a shout out to not only Red Hook Projects. I want to give a shout out to Gowanna Projects. I want to give a shout out to Fort Greene Projects. I want to, give a shout out to Brevoort and Pink Houses and Farragut and all of those other, neighborhoods that I have grown up and known. And so today I want to talk about, you see what I'm saying? If we want a new life, then I'm grateful that we do have options, And so today, I need some type of participation, and I knew that we might have a slow start on people coming in today, only because of the fact that the kind of curriculum that we have today, where that would be, a participant, we need participation, from our viewers today. So having said that, I just want to be able to expound. Today is a day of just really pouring my heart out to some of our people that are in our hoods, because at the end of the day, we have style, we have culture, we have wonderful style, we have wonderful culture, but it's not the style and culture, I do believe, that concern people. I think the mindset is what can concern people. And I'm not saying to debate what's right and or wrong. And I'm not saying I'm here to try to make people better. I'm just trying to be here to give people options. Because I do believe that we can all become better than what we have been. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to people. Let me see if we have anybody on YouTube. So we got 4 on the live. That means you have some people that are actually in on our business line, because I can see you. Good to see everybody. I'm glad to see you. So listen, let's chime in for a quick second. New year, new options. We have a lot of our brothers and our sisters who are in our particular neighborhoods who a lot of times we're suffering because maybe there have been some things. And I want to talk about maybe myself. How about that? And again, hopefully that people can get certain things out of the conversation, because I realized that there were, certain elements in my life that I needed to be enhanced in. Watch this. Still haven't arrived to the occasion, but there's some stuff that I still need to develop in my life. And sometimes when I do marriage counseling, I have a game called and it is undeveloped, you know what I'm saying, in these particular areas. And sometimes I write to myself, I'm undeveloped in these particular areas. You're only as good as your environment, sometimes, because repetition is the father of all learning and the mother of all mastery. And sometimes in our, neighborhoods, we might not like some of the things that we see, but big chances are we can fall doormat to some of the things and the options that it can offer us. You got what I'm saying? Why? Because we see it every day. Every day has become a repetition type of thing. And the more and more that we see it, the more and more there are new cultures that are developed, and the more and more we can fall doormat to some stuff that we need to develop better in. For an example, I had a problem with money management. You see what I'm saying? I had a problem with big money management. As soon as you gave me $20, it was already gone, because I already had it factored in my mind, everything that I was going to do if I got that $20. Most likely, I've never, ever thought about what part of the 20 should I save over. You see what I'm saying? I really thought about that. What part of the 20 should I save? I was always about, okay, I can get a chance to get this, give me some McDonald's, get this, give me 2 sodas, and I'm always just spending. Never in a million years have I had any factor in my life about saving a proportion of anything that I've gotten. You got what I'm saying? So again, I know that sometimes even in our hoods, for us to get to that man that's on the right, which is that successful dude, there are a couple of things we had to get used to. My mom always had me to go to church, and it's so funny. And I want to tell you something about a psychological move that a lot of people in our hoods go by. So if I'm someone who go to church, I buy a nice suit from Suit Supply. Somebody could say that the suit that I have on is considered a church suit because I went to church. No such thing as a church suit. They don't have a brand called church suit. They don't have a brand called Muslim suit. They don't have a brand called Jewish suit. They have a specific style according to Jewish, culture, and religion that they wear a particular garment that would say, well, okay, because the Jews wear this, then that is considered to be a Jewish suit. I change suits every single Sunday. And so I'm still trying to figure out which suit is a church suit. And then watch this. There's some suits I wore to church that I wore to interviews. Wow. So can we consider the suit to be an interview suit? Because we go to suit, or could we consider that suit to be only the suit that I wear during interviews, right? You go and you wear a black suit. What do we consider that? Controversially, we consider that to be a funeral suit. But can I tell you something? Black is not a funeral color. The original color for suits are purple. That's considered to be the funeral suit. It represents both mourning and it represents both prosperity, because there's always an exchange. And if I was preaching, I could really really unlash onto that. You know what I'm saying? That much more. So with that being said, psychologically and clearing the air, that there is no funeral suit except a suit that you choose to wear at the funeral. There is no church suit except the suit that you choose to wear at a church service. There's no interview suit except the fact that they have a particular garment that is required. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because a lot of our young men, they, especially that in our hoods, they don't like wearing, most of them, majority of the ones that I speak to, not all, they don't like wearing suits. I want to give a shout out to my boy Boogaloo, and I know he's not on the line or anything like that, but I want to give a shout out to him only because of the fact that I realized that him and I going to John Jay High School were the only ones who would come to John Jay High School in shoes and slacks when nothing's happening. You see what I'm saying? When nothing's happening, him and I found ourselves wearing suits, shoes, shirts, ties, because we wanted to be different and stand out from people. So listen, this is not a beat up on our brothers. This is not a beat up on anybody that is from any of our hoods, our projects, or anything like that. It's not a beat up at all. This is a giving us an option to have a new life if we decided to. I found out that insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, but we're looking for different results. You see what I'm saying? And you can't get different results doing the same thing over and over and over, So how long have we been in our hoods? How long have we been, on the blocks? How long have we been doing whatever we're doing, And here's the deal. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. That would remain safe. But here's the deal. I desire, my heart's desire is that all of our brothers, our Hispanic brothers, our Caucasian brothers, our Mexican brothers, Guala brothers, our African-American brothers, all of our brothers, would see or seek to be, how can we say, respected in a particular manner, without taking charge or without holding up a gun. I got some templates today. Without holding up a gun to say, look, I'm taking the respect, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna tell you something. When we shoot people, it's a form of hurt. It's not a form, and I say I've never shot nobody, but when people, do things and they're violent and stuff like that, I see things in the Bronx, I see things in Brooklyn, see things in Queens, see things happen, all types of, but when we see things, it's a sign of hurt. When people are in gangs, it's a sign of lack. When people are doing certain things, it's a sign of hurt. When people, they oftentimes say hurt people. But here's what I want to oppose, and I want to sort of propose to you. And here it's actually questions, it's actually questions, because my desire is to get our brothers from the left side to the right, and then come home, have the left side minus the gun, minus the finger, right? And be transformed by the renewing of our minds because of what we learned by the man on the right, without anybody being slick, or trying to slick people, or scam people into doing what it is that they want them to do. Watch this. Here's a question that I would like to pose to you. And for those of you who will come on a remix, I'll remix on a replay. I want for you to answer this in your description if you could. That'd be good. How important is consistency as it relates to our community? And see, here's the deal. One of the things that I realized, from the man to the left to the man to the right began to develop in certain areas that caused him to get to this particular place, as opposed to the man on the left, you see what I'm saying, who is still in a particular place in his life that he's still trying to figure life out. One of the things that I realized, and watch this, not one man is better than the other, because the man that's on the left will eventually become the man on the right as soon as he starts to rechange and reprogram his perspective on certain things. I hope this is giving you value today, because here's the deal. I realized that I used to be, minus the gun, minus the finger, the man on the left who knew nothing about time management, who knew nothing about predictability, who knew nothing. What didn't mean it wasn't smart. Not saying that he's not smart, but knew nothing about time management, predictability. You see what I'm saying? Accountability. You get what I'm saying? Except the fact that it was in a way that we did not make the deadline. You know, that used to be me. I used to be the person that would say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it went no further than my friends because I was content with my friends knowing what it was that I was going to try to endeavor to do. But then the very next day, I never did anything about it because I never written it down. I never had no real intention because there are two types of lives that we can have. Either the life that would cause us to be in a particular place or the life we chose to be in because we decided to be that. So I oftentimes take a look at, when I look at my two brothers here, one who says that life landed me in a place that put me in a particular cause. Maybe because I didn't have any decision-making skills, people skills, predictability skills, time management skills, maybe because of the fact that I didn't have, money management skills. But a lot of people in our hoods, they are very, very good money managers. It's just that if we can take those skills and put them in particular corporate places, they'll be millionaires. And some of them are. You see what I'm saying? But when we sit down with specific people, we should have a particular mindset. I find myself going, now I'm saying all the time. You see what I'm saying? And I know that if I'm going to be talking in corporate, or not even in corporate, but in business, period, there's certain, ways that I need to articulate in order for people to understand what I'm saying. Clarity is always key. So I bring myself to this particular question because here's the deal. Anytime, the reason why we don't get to where we can be is because of the lack of consistency in anything that we do. How important is consistency as it relates to our community? In anything that we do, we have to learn how to be consistent in our pursuit. If I'm already giving you a value, you'll say something for those of you who will go back and watch the replay. In anything, we got to have consistency. Rap group, consistency. Go cooking, chef, consistency. Open up a barbershop, consistency. Write a book, consistency. Whatever you're going to do in your business, consistency and predictability. It is important for us to have consistency in our community. That means so that we can finish out whatever it is that we started. Consistency will allow for you to finish everything that you started. Even if you just showed up, some people were like, yo, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out, want to get my abdominals back. You feel what I'm saying? I want to just at least cut up a little bit. And a lot of people go to the gym and they just walk to the door. Like, you know what? Psst, I'm not putting this time in. When I leave to come here to take care of stuff that I need to take care of, listen, I see people on their way to Planet Fitness where I live every single day. Every single day. At the same time, I'm like, yo, champ, it's 6:30. It's almost 6 o'clock. Where y'all going? They are going to the gym. And they're dressed like they're going to the gym. I don't see no coats, no sweaters, no anything. They're on their way so that they can go get started, get back, wash up, shower, then start their day. However they got to start their day. But again, I'm sure that people who want a specific shape, they have to have consistency, but more so with themselves, they have to have predictability. You feel what I'm saying? So it's easy and it's important for us to have consistency in our communities, So here's consistency in our communities. Consistency in our communities is not just doing, but also developing a specific character. You know what I'm saying? Characteristic. Your character will take you a long way, no matter where you start. Starting is good as long as you start. You feel what I'm saying? So consistency is the key. So what do I mean when I say character? I mean, I got to develop my mindset to think differently. There were certain things I used to laugh at that was not funny because of my environment. You know what I'm saying? I know we had some good times, even in the Rhetoric Projects, had some beautiful times. And back then, that's where the background is of this saying is the Rhetoric Projects. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where I come from. But I wonder if there's anybody in this particular chat or on this particular live who can relate to the fact that, wow, it used to be me. And in fact, there's some people who say, I'm still trying to learn how to be consistent. I don't have it all together as far as consistency is concerned. Even in my household, still being consistent, still developing. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't, and in other words, the man on the right is no better than the man on the left. The only thing that will distinguish both of them is what we call mindset. Mindset. Can I tell you something? I remember, well, it's been a couple of years now that I'm living in the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. Don't get it twisted. But living in the Bronx, I want you to understand something. There were people I met on the corner. There are people I met at the corner store. There are people I met in the middle of the blocks doing whatever that they're doing. You get what I'm saying? And some odd years later, because of the mindset, they're still doing the same thing. Now, honestly, let's be real here. And by the way, let me know what you're drinking. I'm drinking coffee this morning. But in all honesty, let's be real here. There are certain people who have certain things that are against them because of what they caused. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, resilience is something that everybody needs to eat off of. Because resilience is what you call the bounce back. No matter where you've taken yourself to, I don't care if you were locked up. I don't care if you've been shot at, but you rebound. You see what I'm saying? It didn't kill you. You know what I'm saying? But it allowed for you to still have your mind, and you can still walk. You have your same limbs. You could walk and you can work. You see what I'm saying? There are people who are out here today, and I keep saying, you see what I'm saying? There are people out here today, who are looking for jobs, stuff like that. Maybe it's the lack of education. I've learned that you could always do long-term wins rather than short-term losses. You see what I'm saying? You see, because at the end of the day, listen, I know, and there are people who say fast cash is something that you can't get away from. Even when people have, secular jobs, they're still doing something on the side. I'm not here to highlight what you've done. I'm here to present to you the options you can have. And I'm going to tell you, it's nothing like winning. It's nothing like being at a dinner, a business dinner, and you have all type of ethnicities at the table. And because you know the power of consistency, you're always letting them know, I back up my words. I back up what I'm able to say. At one time, it was because you can catch these hands. But this time is the service I can give to you. Two types of businesses. You have a business that will either present a product to people, or you have a business that would offer a service that you can give. No matter what business that you have, there's certain things that we have to obtain, such as presentation, such as a specific mindset we have to obtain. A mindset of consistency. Can somebody answer this? How important is consistency as it relates to our community? Watch this. What can we do as an African American community to reset our reputation from the past into being a brand? Oof. Oh man, let me tell you something. This is good to me because see, here's the deal. Nobody realized and nobody understood, because honestly, from the age of about 3 or 4 to the age of 10 is when you're really learning life and that how it exists and the system of life and how things run, right? You don't realize the real world until you get out there and after you finish school and stuff like that, and you've gone through the system of school. But everything are systems. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm feeling good to me today. Everything are systems. And depending upon what you create systems to be around, or what you create systems around in your life, will determine the longevity of the thing that you desire to do for the rest of your life. Now, nobody's going to be working on a secular job for the rest of their life. That's the reason why they have what they call, retirement, you see. But there are certain people who are not going to just lay down and die because retirement is here. No, that means, okay, now it's time for me to retire. It's time for me to live my life. But can I tell you something? Could I suggest to you that you can do that before that? And I'm going to tell you how. Because we have to learn not only our niche, but understand the kind of brand we want to develop. Listen, I've messed up immensely, done some crazy stuff in my life, that caused my reputation to be crazy. You get what I'm saying? But watch this. When you have resilience, you can always have a setback. You can have you can always have a step up, from the setback and bounce back, into life to say, I got this now. Now I need to change around reputation and what I want for people to think of me as. When people see you to be a brand, what kind of brand would you like for people to know about you? I look at God Bless the Dead today, Mr. Kevin Samuels, who are helping people understand relationships and the kind of people that you could probably qualify to get. A lot of us are really, really high thinkers and we think expensive, but our quality is very, very low because we lower our value and our standards to do certain things that will lower our value while we're thinking expensive. It's good to think expensive no matter where you live. But what you're going to do to get what you desire is what we want to catch. That's the reason why I'm going to give you options today. Options on a mindset of having consistency, options on the reputation, a bad reputation into being a brand new brand that everybody can take a look at and say, wow, change his life around and look at the business that he have or she have today. Ladies got to understand you will be treated as a lady as long as you present yourself as a lady. And we do know that discipline and stuff that you desire to become. And I like the way Mr. Dr. Dyer says it like this. I never, ever get what I have until I become what it is that I want. You got to become the thing that you want to see, right? So if you want success, you got to become that. How do I become that? Got to change my mindset, change my perspective on things. I don't get mad at things the way it used to. Somebody says something bad to me or bad at me. I'm not mad at that no more. I'm not upset at it because my perception of change, my perception have told me that it's not off of me because I'm not the one who feel this way. Clearly they do. But I want to apologize for anything that I've caused that will cause them to feel a particular way if it is toward me. Why? Because you've learned how to mature yourself. You learn how to change your perception so that now you could change your action. You feel what I'm saying? Wow, I feel that this is really, really good today. You see what I'm saying? I'm really, really feeling very, very good about this today. You see, because again, our perception about things have to be different in order for us to be able to make it and grow and learn. How many people know that clarity is something that could scare you? That when you have clarity about the thing that you need to do in order to get to where you need to be, it might be shaky and scary. I'm going to tell you the reason why. It's shaky and scary only because of the fact that it's something that will challenge you. I see certain things that are happening here. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? So it ought to challenge you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry. It ought to challenge you. And it ought to stretch you and make you feel uncomfortable until you make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? Until you really, really, really make it happen. So let's take a look at the next one. Watch this. Why should we prepare the night before to do anything? Well, if we take a look at the word consistency, right? Take a look at the word brand. This is the stuff that's going to help us to continue to stay consistent, but it's also the thing that's going to help us to stay predictable. You see what I'm saying? Rather 3 or 4 people on the line, or rather 26 to 100 people on the line, predictability and consistency is going to cause you to grow. It's going to cause you to get to where you need to be. You can't be discouraged about what you see at the present time. So take a look at this. We prepare everything the night before. The suit that I had on, can I tell you something, y'all? I want to be honest and I want to be real, real transparent with you. I was tired. When I tell you I was tired today, I was overly tired last night. I don't know what came over me, but first of all, I left here late because there were other meetings that were taking place that I did not expect, and not only that, but it ran me overtime. It caused me to get home at a specific time. Now I'm tired because I don't have that much time to do anything. You see what I'm saying? And late last night, I'm falling asleep at the table just to get one thumbnail out. It only take me like a good couple of minutes or seconds to do a quick thumbnail to notify people about us being here today. You see what I'm saying? It didn't take that long. I promise you. But it took me forever last night. And the only thing I kept thinking is, gotta be predictable. You gotta be consistent. Donald, you gotta make it. And so for me, I have to weigh out some of the options, because preparing the night before will consist of, well, honestly, if you prepare the night before, in order for you to prepare the night before, you have to get everything during that day done off of your to-do list to the done list at the time you need to do it, or you need to have it done. It's very important, everybody. It is very important. Wow, good to see you. It's very, very important, everybody, that you have that time, your to-do list to your to-done list. Why am I saying that? I'll tell you why I'm saying it. Because in order for us, to get anything done and be effective in what we're doing, we've got to learn how to prepare the night before. You see what I'm saying? And in fact, let me tell you something. You have to prepare the night before so that you can grab and go. You know how you have sometimes takeout? You order your takeout. They got some stuff you might have to wait for, but then there's another thing that's called grab and go. You know what I'm saying? You can grab and you can go. You feel what I'm saying? That should be what you do and how you prepare what you need for the next morning. Grab and go. Okay, suits here, shoes are here, belts here, wallet stuff here, my bag's there. After I finish washing up, brushing my teeth, do it, I should be able to jump into my clothes. Bonk, get this, get that, grab it, go. Grab and go. So it's important for you to do anything the night before so that you can watch this. And if you don't prepare the night before, you have to get up early in the morning so that you can leave at a specific time. Travel time is something that need to be considered. You see what I'm saying? Travel time. Travel time is definitely important, because if you don't factor in the travel time, I tell my son all the time, got to be to work, got to be to school at 9. You feel what I'm saying? That means that you have to leave at least a quarter to 8, 10 minutes to 8. Got to give yourself some travel time. If you're moving from the Bronx to go to Manhattan, you need travel time, you see, because that's the stuff that's going to get you to where you need to be, not only to be consistent and to save your brand, but it'll get you there on time. You know what I'm saying? So preparing the night before to do anything is very important. Let's look at the next one. Why should we as a community encourage each other to do more? A lot of times people are not talking about this, because we're so busy with, focusing on controversy, focusing on negativity. We forget that the most important thing for us to do as a community is to do it better when we do it. We do it better when we do it together. And that's to encourage each other to do more. You feel what I'm saying? My boy Dave, my sister Yolanda, many people, I don't see them today, but many people, my boy Wise and Tument, many people, I would do Wade with Coffee, my wife, many people, they have the ability to encourage. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. In fact, I want to ask you questions because you're doing certain things and you're effective in what you're doing, and I'm like, okay, and I'm happy about it, but the question becomes, why do you need encouragement? You need encouragement because it makes you to go forth. It makes you to go faster. It makes you to pick up, and no matter what you see during the day, because you had somebody say, yo, I need you to keep going. I need you to finish this. I need you to do what you got to do. I'm proud of you. Pat on the back. Good job. Don't stay on the praise. You feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes the praise can make you slouch and laxative. You know what I'm saying? Lackadaisical, rather. You feel, because at the end of the day, what I'm saying? You're so far into the praise, you forget the job that's at hand tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? And we don't need to forget the job that's at hand tomorrow. Come on, y'all. I hope this is giving you all value. You feel what I'm saying? we need to make sure that we encourage each other and we do it together. You feel what I'm saying? This is the thing that's going to cause this young man that's on the left to get to the bright young man right here on the right. Not that one is better than the other. The night before, it's good to do things before that. Listen, what can we do better as a people, right? To be top-notch representation by where we come from. Can I tell you something? There's so many people that I come across who don't believe that I'm from Red Hook. They don't believe it at all. They're like, you from Red Hook? How you come from that place? No, because here's the deal. I had people who loved us. I had people who cared about us. They encouraged us. Good, bad, or indifference, they loved on us, you see, and showed us that we can be a better us. And I'm going to tell you something. Your competition is not anybody that's outside of your five senses. Your competition is you. The more and more that you better yourself, the better you become. What have I done good today? How could I do what I've done good today better tomorrow? That's the question. You see what I'm saying? How could I do what I've done better yesterday, today? I want to share something with you. Now, I really appreciate this because when I take a look at people who've come from our hoods, I can't help but to think about this man right here. His name is Jay-Z, Sean Carter. And watch this. He sold 50 million albums and won 10 Grammys. He's a multi-millionaire CEO and married to Beyonce. Not bad for a boy who was selling crack on the streets at the age of 12. Jay-Z talks, you know what I'm saying, to Mr. Simon. And I'm going to tell you something. What I love about, and they got a big article, a long article about his life and, you know, the next steps and all of this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? I really appreciate this because at the end of the day, it showed me that there's hope for all of us. If we just learn how to change our perception, we could do anything. You see what I'm saying? I remember, I'll never forget the time that somebody had said, look, I'm gonna have a birthday party. And it was an apartment, you know, and a house party. And okay, I got good. And so not only were they gonna have a house party, let me see, where are we? About our reputation. Yeah. You know, not only were they gonna have a house party, but let me tell you what they did. They had the nerve to invite two people who didn't like each other. And I always felt that this was something that helped us to see that our mind, our perception, our preparation state can be much better than the way it is. You know, some people have grown up in drama. Some people wanted to see drama. My wife was watching something on Mary Mary, you know, and what happened was I think Tina and Erica had a falling out or something like that. And, you know, but Tina wanted to make sure that she pursued her husband because her husband was saying, listen, you're on the road too much. And I want you with me. Apparently he have committed adultery and have done bad things or whatever. But she wanted to, you know, support him and where he is so that they can have a better life and stuff like that. And, you know, Tina's the one who could be the more dramatic among her and Erica, you know. I think they had a sister, looked like Erica's sister or a cousin or whatever the case may be, who took a look at the fact that while Tina wasn't around, Erica went to the studio and the manager or the producer brought in another young lady to practice with Erica at the studio. I think it was her cousin and her sister who saw that there was another young lady who was in the booth with Erica besides Tina, who made Mary Mary, and went back to Tina and told Tina, oh, listen, you know what I'm saying? Erica in the studio with this other young lady, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and this young lady could sing, you know what I'm saying? They were singing your song, doing the Mary Mary stuff. Went back and told her, you know, but what she failed to realize was that what she saw was not what she thought it to be. She thought it looked like one thing, went back and assumed, went back and told Tina, and all of a sudden now, Tina's like, what? Erica called Tina to say, congratulations on your solo album that you got a Grammy or award. Tina's like, yeah, whatever, clip, you know, hung up the phone. Erica wondering why. Then to come to find out, it was her cousin or her sister who said, listen, I don't know how y'all could do this to her. You know what I'm saying? You got this young girl in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got another person to replace her. Erica was like, who said that she replaced her? What are you talking? That's not true. Wait a minute. Did you go back and tell Tina this? And she knew Tina was, going crazy, whatever the case of being. It was very, very dramatic. And she's standing there like, oh, snap. You mean it wasn't what it was that I thought? See, and that's some of the mentality we can have when we assume. But there was a lady who had, a house party and invited two people who didn't like each other. And it was in shambles because she never prepared both of them for them to know that each and every one of them were going to be there. See, to me, that was like hood mentality, of those of them who are like, I'm going to invite them and I'm going to assume that because of me, they're going to be on their best behavior. Nah, champ. You go and you talk to the other person, let them know, look, this person's going to be there. If you don't want to be there, what you know that person's just as cool with me, just as well as you're cool with me and I love her or him, just like I love you. But if you can't be around it, if you don't come, at least you know I understand. See, preparation is everything. And this will change our reputation about the stuff that we normally do. You see what I'm saying? Rather stealing, rather misinterpretation. You don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because we got the lady or we got a girl and we liked her because, oh, she's so hood and she's so loud. That particular individual, ain't nothing wrong with her as long as she have a perspective change. But you can't take that individual, and even vice versa, ladies. If you got a hood dude who's always loud and crazy, you can't take them around people while you're trying to pursue your business to the dinner because you want them by your side. And meanwhile, they're at the dinner table being all loud and rambunctious. They're like, I don't like this and I don't like that. Now the person that can write you the $1 million check to start your business won't want to do it because of the company that you do have. Again, we're talking about reputation, right? We're talking about, obtaining a great reputation, right? And I'm not saying that a person is bad. It's just that we need training. You feel what I'm saying? We need a new perspective. So if we're looking for a new life, we can't stay in the same environment that we have and expect to have different results and different levels of respect. As soon as you hear a person who says, I don't care, is a dangerous person because they don't care if they kill your motivation. They don't care if they kill your opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't care about themselves. They don't care if opportunities come that they were not out of line, you know what I'm saying, in their character, representing you in a worse way. Got the newscast who want to come and say, oh, we're happy that you won the award dinner, you know what I'm saying, for whatever it is, and you're being a good community activist. But meanwhile, you got your friend who's like, yeah, I'm on TV. Shout out to my boy. Yeah. Ain't nobody doing that. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that. Come on, y'all. Who's doing that? You got the newscast and stuff. I'll never forget one time I was doing a movie. You know what I'm saying? I was testing out the camera and one of the kids walked by. And they were like, I was like, you ain't in the movie, champ, but I'll let you get by with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, when new stuff happen, even when it comes down to our neighborhoods, let me just hop here for a minute. Right now, where we are, which is in the Reddick Projects, I'm not living there currently. That's where I'm from. They're fixing up the neighborhood so that it can be Sandy proof. I looked at some of the footage of what it's supposed to look like after. I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. But could I suggest to you that we had nice stuff even back then? You see what I'm saying? Monkey bars that were nice and benches that were nice and tables that were nice. But the sad thing about it was that most of us ruined it because we didn't know or we didn't take care of the things that were given, such as if you seen a piece of paper on the ground, you'll just pick it up and throw it in the garbage. It's not going to cost you anything. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or the table that you sat in that was a public table in the park, that after you finished your Chinese food, clean it off and be mindful of the next person. You see, simple stuff. You see, and then we go to other neighborhoods and we wonder why that they're spick and span immaculate. I mean, clean. It's because it's everybody in the neighborhood, which is a collective effort to keep things the way that they want to see things in their own homes. Yo, I don't know if I'm talking right. If I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me something. You feel what I'm saying? So again, we pose the question, what can we do better as a people to be a top-notch representation of our neighborhood? The answer to that, learn how to be mindful of one another. Answer to that, learn how to continue to beat the PR, your personal record. That means, what have I done good today? How could I do that thing much better tomorrow? You see what I'm saying? My boy Chris Perez on the line. You get what I'm saying? So watch this. So let's go to the next one. Here's another question that I pose. We talk about our people. Listen, how important is it for us to subscribe to the now rather than subscribe to the later? What do I mean by that? Listen, I like the Bible where it talks about now faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of the thing that's not seen, right? That means it's good for you to say, listen, anything that I want to try to pursue, why am I going to wait to do it on a tomorrow that's not promised to me? Let's do it now, champ. And what do I mean? I don't mean, oh, go out, try to get the money today. I don't mean go out and try to find the building that you want that's going to establish your business right now. I mean, how about let's start by putting things on paper? How can we do that? Let's start by putting things on, because anything that's not written is not real. Come on, y'all. Anything that's not written is not real. I see people coming in like crazy. You see what I'm saying? Anything that's not written is not real. So it's good for you to say, well, you know, the thing that I wanted to do, it seemed like that other people are doing it and they're crushing it. Well, when can I have been able to start the thing that I want? That's so great. 3 years ago was when you should have started. Well, then the question becomes, when is the next best time for me to do it? Now. That's it. Now. 3 years ago was good, but now is the better time to do it. Yo, if I'm giving y'all value, somebody say something to me, put me out, I feel like I'm on fire. Because I am looking out in defense to our neighborhoods that we have good people that if they would just follow suit, Wade's in the house, to follow suit on the things that we can do to make ourselves better. You know what I'm saying? The young man on the left, if he had consistency, you know what I'm saying? If he had knowing what his brand is and knowing what he want to do, taking the money that he accumulated, wherever he accumulated it, and putting it into the right place to become a great brand, doing things and knowing how to prepare before we get to where we have to go so we can make the meeting. You see what I'm saying? Doing things by learning how to be encouraged by other people, the people that love you much. You see what I'm saying? Doing things like knowing how to be the best top-notch representation of the person in your neighborhood. How you came from Red Hook? How did you come from Brevoort? How did you come from, how was it that you were able to come from Farragut and pink houses? But you look the way you, I would never know. Listen, let me tell you something. I'll never forget when I was working for a company called Related. Shout out to Related, by the way. I love them people. We had different events that we had to host as brand ambassadors. We had to wear our suits. By the way, this is a suit supply suit, 1,500. You feel what I'm saying? We had to wear our suits. Watch this. We had what they call wine tasting. But our job was to go and make relationships, friendships, business deals with those of them who are going to taste wine and to see where their head's at, what kind of company that they work for, what position that they hold, and all of that. So we had to get some wine, you see what I'm saying? Talk and mingle, let them know what we do, what we represent, see what's in their heads to be able to get them to participate in our events that we would have. You see what I'm saying? But I knew I'm not going up in no wine tasting with my fitted hat and my bandana, saggy pants. Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm here. Hey, yeah, yo. You know what I'm saying? What's popping? I'm not going up in there talking like, what? It's a corporate world. It's time for me to represent who we are. Yes, I know what neighbor I'm from. And watch this. You have some people who would be in an environment such as an environment of wine tasting. Watch this. You would never know where they're from because of the environment that they're around. Come on, y'all. Because of the environment that they are around, you would never know that they're from any type of hood. It's so funny because the most important person being in New York and riding the transit line and stuff like that. I saw a person I thought was like, yo, that's $1 million suit they got on. I know that they are pulling off in a Ferrari. I know that they're pulling off. I'm sure after the party's over. Yo, they got on the 7 train just like me. Took off their jacket, put their hat on, just like me. And I'm like, wow, you're just like me. You get what I'm saying? When you change your environment, then your whole life change. You know what I'm saying? Your brand change. But your brand don't change if your character don't follow suit. I don't know if I'm talking good. I'm like, I hope people still love me. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is what, and I love that next question. So again, how can we be a better top-notch representation? You feel what I'm saying? How could we do this? Now watch this. and I went to, right, why is it better for us to subscribe to the now rather than to the later? Because here's the deal. If you are not one thing I've learned is that if you're mad enough, think about it. Let me paint the picture real quick. Oh, wow. And I'm on my way. Think about it. Let me paint the picture real quick. Just got fired from your job. You are not aware about it. You are tight and you're upset. Now you got to find ways to do what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? Find ways to do how you got to do. Now, after you leave, you're so pumped up. You're going to show them I'm better than what they thought I was. And you go forth. That kind of attitude is the thing that's going to get you where you need to be. Listen, I got to continue this tomorrow because I'm a little over my time. But listen, if y'all gotten value, do me a favor. Let me know. Put it in the description. You see what I'm saying? Let me know. But I know I got to land a plane very, very soon. And yeah, y'all. But I want to let you know, y'all, I am so very, very proud to know that this has been brought to you by Blade. And Blade is Fly the Future. Come on, y'all. Saying if you're in the Hudson Yards area, New York, you know what I'm saying, and you're in Manhattan, 30th Street, 11th Avenue, you're only 2 blocks away. You know what I'm saying? You go right there and put in the code if you want to purchase a ticket to go anywhere that you want around that area as a tour or to get to wherever you need to go according to any airport. $195, 5 minutes, they'll get you there. You know what I'm saying? Donald Francis F&F, if you put that in, they'll give you $50 off of your purchase. Yo, I want to say to my boy Real Block Film, saying they're now, next to, and they've signed a deal with America New Network. You see what I'm saying? I want you to go and look them up. I'm saying they have a nice short film that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's called Flashes. You've known them to have a nice film called Love. That was a real good production. They're revising that. That boy John Arrington, that boy Clyde Sally, that boy David Quinones. Listen, don't forget the auto book by Yolanda Brathwaite. Excuse me. It's only $12.99. You know what I'm saying? You can get that right there on Amazon. You see what I'm saying? Listen, going to give you a quick tip when we get back right after this message. All right? Thank you. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we talked about on our platform. And bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program. Gonna hit the ground running. Wow, didn't realize I still had my mic on. But listen, y'all. Yes, listen, you want to go into our giveaways? Go right there. Manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. Manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. So listen, y'all, I really want our neighborhoods to be better. You see what I'm saying? The objective today was to simply allow for us to just have another option and another way of thinking to say, yo, listen, I know I could do better. You ain't no hood dude forever. You're not going to wear saggy pants forever. The culture is beautiful, and that's a great thing. You get what I'm saying? But here's the deal. You have to learn how to, what they call adaptability, adapt in any other atmosphere, any other scene, rather it's business, rather it's a dinner, rather it's a date, you should be able to adapt, you know what I'm saying, and know how to get your grown woman, grown man on. You see what I'm saying? So listen, I wanted to say also, we're going to have a template up for it. If you wanted your ad promoted right here on this particular channel, email me right there at 888 manifested thoughts 888@gmail.com. We can discuss your fees and stuff like that. Get your ad promoted right here on our channel. Okay. Right here, manifested thoughts 888@gmail.com. You got a business, you got something you want us to promote, we'll be glad to promote that. All right. Manifested thoughts 888@gmail.com. Listen, I hope that you've gotten value today. I hope that this has done you well. I know that we got people that are on our business line because I can see them on our screen. May not be able to see them in the description and stuff like that, in the comments and all that, but I do know that they are here. And I'm glad to see you. Wade with coffee. Good to see my boy Chris Perez. Good to see you. I can't call all of you out because I don't see none of you in the chat today. But I do know that you are on and that you are watching. All right. I see Keta, Winthrop Keta. Love you. Oh man, God bless you, bro. I love you I love you too, brother, that you received the words that we do have. I'm happy for you. I see you, bro. And you're also on YouTube. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. 888@gmail. Manifest thoughts 888@gmail.com. Listen, y'all, I want to give you a shout out again. Keta Winthrop, good to see you, man. I'm saying Wade with coffee. All of you who are on our business line, all of you who are in our email chat, I see all of you. I can't call all their names, but I see all of you also. It's been a very, very successful and a productive production today. All right, I had to call real quick. So listen, if you want your ad displayed, please let me know. Go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. We'll be more than gladly. We already have people who are already coming in to get into their ads and stuff like that so they can be shown and known right here. Also, please, I want you to know, as we land the plane, I got 2 more minutes. Tony Johnson, good to see you, sir. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 more minutes, but I want to say this one thing. We're still trying to get to 200 subscribers on YouTube. So if you can press the subscribe button, you feel what I'm saying, share your links with people, let them know. This, if you want, self-development, you want to be able to connect the dots in your life, I'll be more than happy. I'm your guide to help you do that. Please don't forget to look out for our Cake Method online course. And Tony's also on. Okay, I see you, sir. I see you on Facebook. Okay, y'all coming in on Facebook. I'm seeing YouTube and Facebook, which is our business line. I see you. Okay, Tony. Thank you, my guy. I want to give you a shout out. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my heart. That's my dude, man. All right. So listen, I appreciate all of you today for coming in on our business line. I'm looking at, I don't see nobody in the personal line today, but I do see you on our YouTube, and I see you also, on our email chat. So listen, y'all, have to land the plane. And I wanted to say this in my closing remarks. And for those of you who just come in, you know what I'm saying, please look at the replay. And I promise you, I'm sure that you'll be blessed. I have more templates to go, but I'm on a time schedule. And I want to get everybody out here at 11:30 because we do have classes that we have to teach today. You don't have to be who your uncle used to be. You don't have to be who even your pops used to be. As soon as you make up your mind and you change your perspective about where you want to go, what you want to do, then you write certain things down so that it can become real. Make sure that you get pictures up, what I'm saying, to remind you and motivate you about the things that you want to become. After you thank God for waking you up in the morning, you're saying, take a look at your list. Always remember, write a to-do list. 1 more minute, to-do list. That means put only minimum things on your to-do list that you can fulfill so that you can make them and put them on a to-done list. After you put them on the to-done list, celebrate your day. You see what I'm saying? And get ready for the next day. Don't forget to prepare for the next day. I'm going to have a part 2 to this tomorrow. Please tune in every day, 10:30. Yo, listen, y'all, this is your boy, Donald Francis. This is Manifested Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality by way of putting things into work. You want to manifest what you want to manifest? Put that thing into work. And then I promise you, it will be better and work out for you. Yo, listen, y'all. Until tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., YouTube, Facebook, we're right here. By the way, I'm back on our business line, and so I'm happy for that so that you can see. Yeah, son, I got the suit on. Don't play with me, Tony. Leave me alone. Listen, y'all. Love y'all much. See y'all tomorrow. Continue to pray for your boy. I love you. We appreciate all of you. See you tomorrow. God's willing. All right? And we're over and we're out.